History of astrobiology. It has previously been called exobiology, and interest in the field took off during the 90s, and it has not stopped since. The Hubble telescope and other instruments have announced discoveries that have helped people gain interest in this field. In 1994, Human Genome Map was completed a year ahead of schedule, and in 1996, Dr. David McKay and his team published a paper explaining possible signs of life on a Martian meteorite. In September of 1996, the first astrobiology was held at Ames, and over 250 scientists attended. In order to become an astrobiologist, you must be proficient in biology, chemistry, geology, astronomy, and physics. Biology being that, well, of course, you gotta learn about life forms and how they need to be analyzed for different types of organisms. Chemistry, because you need to understand what chemistry is needed to create a living organism and what kind of elements and compounds needed to be present for life and present in an alien environment. Geology, because an astrobiologist needs to understand what types of physical features can sustain life, and more specifically, what kind of life each can sustain. Astronomy, because an astrobiologist needs to know which planets and other celestial bodies have the right conditions to sustain life. And finally, physics, because an astrobiologist needs to use the laws of nature and properties of matter and energy to determine whether or not an environment has the proper mechanics, radiation, and energy levels for life to exist. If you want an astrobiology degree, you could get it at the University of Washington in the astrobiology graduate program, or the Arizona State University, also in the astrobiology program. How do we study life on Earth and other planets? To find if there is life on other planets, scientists look at the light coming from the planet when the planet crosses the host star. Looking at the planet's spectrum, scientists can find what kind of gases are in the atmosphere and can infer if there is life on that planet. What may seem like unlivable conditions on Earth can be thrivable on other planets. And finally, how is the field of astrobiology growing? The first few years of astrobiology have helped direct the field to a more assured future. More schools are beginning to offer astrobiology degrees, and new institutions are expanding the field by providing people with new, exciting, and relevant information about the subject. Furthermore, as we get closer to becoming a multiplanetary species, more and more jobs for astrobiologists are opening, and eventually astrobiology will be as popular and necessary as any other type of science. Some other facts about astrobiology. As of 2019, there has been no evidence suggesting extraterrestrial life in other planets. Life in other planets does not have to follow the same cell structure as life on Earth and does not have to be DNA-based. One popular hypothesis is the rare earth hypothesis. This suggests that in order for life to exist like it does on Earth, several elements, events, and circumstances must align perfectly in a manner that would encourage life. This is highly improbable, and therefore, according to this hypothesis, life is very rare in our solar system and beyond.